This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids.
What up, everybody? This your boy Blak back with another Black Thought, and we're going to discuss the Kareem Hunt suspension. For those who don't follow sports ball, I apologize, but I'm going to try to put in more sports topics, especially when there's social ramifications to it, and this definitely does have some to it. So Kareem Hunt of the Cleveland Browns, it's weird to say that, how Cleveland is just collecting all this talent, but anyway, he has been suspended for 8 games for an incident in which he was caught on film punching a woman and throwing her to the ground. He denied the claim, lied to the team that it happened, and then the video came out, and the Kansas City Chiefs, his former team, cut ties with him. A couple of weeks later, the Cleveland Browns picked him up, which a lot of people thought was kind of weird, but looking at things now, it's not so weird, as he's going to miss a half a season and be able to suit up with them and help them towards whatever playoff aspirations many of us think they have this year. Now, here's the thing. Did he get off light? For me, I say yes. He probably should have been suspended a season. But this begs a bigger question, which is, does it really matter what a professional athlete does, so long that there's some benefit to him? It's funny because I was watching some stuff, and Jalen Jacoby touched on a thing that a lot of us have probably thought about during this whole incident, the Ray Rice incident, which was Ray Rice got suspended 4 games and was never re-signed. Yet Kareem Hunt put on an indefinite suspension, was signed immediately, and then he gets the suspension, and it works out for the Cleveland Browns. With the Ray Rice thing, and I agree with what Jalen Rose said, it wasn't the fact of what he did made him a player that nobody wanted to touch. It's just that people thought that he was past his prime, or he wasn't good enough to take on whatever fallout there was if he would have been signed again. And that's the thing. Kareem Hunt is an extraordinarily talented young man who's in the prime of his career. Yeah, a team is gonna go grab him because they see the benefits of that. Never mind, the fact that this guy has a sketchy past. Now, he may never do this again in life. People can become better people, and there are cases where people go squeaky clean for the rest of their lives after having an incident like this. But if he wasn't so talented, he would have been kicked to the wayside. If they didn't think that they could benefit from him, there's no way that they would have signed him. And that's interesting, because you look at all of the suspensions and all the things that happened. The Ezekiel Elliott incident, where the team spent money and were in court fighting for this guy. Why? Because he's a key part of their plans. He is a strong presence within the Dallas Cowboys locker room and on the field. So yeah, they were going to rally around him because they need him. Should need allow you to let people Kansas City's got to go through this again. They're going to have to figure out what they're going to do with Tyreek Hill if the allegations of him abusing his child are true. That's something that they're going to have to wonder. In looking at the Kareem Hunt situation, would they want to make that same move and cut a player so they don't have to deal with the ramifications of how it would look to have someone like that on their team? I think what they did was they reacted to the fact that it was at the height of the Me Too movement. Me personally, I think they did the right thing regardless of that, because you gotta make sure these players know you can't behave certain ways and still be able to benefit. I think that's one thing that will never ever be done right, is that, yeah, I get it, these players are very, very talented, and no, you shouldn't lose your job on everything, but there should be some type of way to mitigate this better. Like, I think they would have been better off giving him a whole season suspension. That would have sounded a little bit better to me. And I think they're going to have to come up with some type of standardized way of addressing these. The NFL has never come up with the standard way of addressing these issues, and they're gonna have to start to learn, like, what is it that triggers these things, because they're all over the place too. It's like, you go back to the Ray Rice being 4, people thought that was gargantuan. Then Tom Brady getting 4 for the inflated ball thing, people like squawked at that. You have, there's a player for the Redskins right now who's going through a assault charge. I forget the name of the linebacker, but what is the NFL going to do as far as he is concerned? Will he get 6 games? Like, what is the? There is no measuring stick for this, and that's what makes it weird. It's like, what is the message that you're sending to players? Seriously. And what is the message that you're sending to society? I think we all agree that it's a known fact that if your talent will supersede just about any moral implication in life. It depends on how talented you are and how valuable you are at the time. And Kareem Hunt is valuable, so he's going to play, and he's probably going to do very, very well, and he's probably going to be in the playoffs playing against his former team. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, you guys sound off and let me know what you think about the Kareem Hunt situation and about player suspensions and how the NFL reacts to it and how society reacts to it, and whether or not you're comfortable with players, being on your team that have questionable past incidents. All right, y'all. As always, feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you later. It's your boy Blak, making it out. Deuces.